Yeah, for those of you who have already got a copy of my book recently, thank you for getting a copy of the book. I hope you enjoyed reading it. And well, today I like to go into at least take one of the chapters of the book and go in depth in it, and so that you can have those who are still thinking about getting the book, you know what to expect when you get a copy. So that will be at least handy. So I would like to talk today briefly on how to to find cheap deals, how to locate bargain deals. As you know, real estate investing is the best thing is to find cheap deals. And how do you go about finding cheap deals? There's so many ways you can go on finding cheap deals on the market. And how do you find about it? How do you go sourcing for those deals? They're obviously there. It's not that it's hard to find, but you just gotta be creative enough and strategic in your ways, and you find a lot of deals actually on the open market. There are reasons why most people sell cheaply, and if I can go into those reasons, then that could give you an understanding as well. People become they're what we call the flexible sellers. Flexible sellers are out there. These are people who are in need of cash very quickly. People who want to sell very fast to get rid of whatever property they've got to solve a problem. Mostly, somebody in a particular situation, there is some sort of that situation that needs cash urgently. That is what we term a flexible seller. Somebody who is ready to sell. Mm. There are causes of flexibility, and for you to profit in property, you need to find a flexible seller. If you find, let's say, you get somebody, a homeowner who is not interested in selling his properties fast, he's not going to give a damn to give you any discount. So you waste a lot of energy trying to convince the person, and in the end, you won't achieve much. You won't get much discount out of it, and because he's not ready to sell. Pretty much, you take it or leave it. In such a situation, it's not going to be profitable for you. So you rather look for somebody who is in need to sell, who urgently requires the cash. That can give you a leeway, a flexibility. You don't have to take advantage of them, but because you are there as a helper as well, because you are helping in that situation to try to get the person get rid of that property. Let's say somebody is faced with a repossession. That is a very stressful situation when you're faced with a repossession and your house is being taken away by the bank because you're failing to pay the monthly mortgage or repayments on it. That can be put you in a very difficult situation. So if you can help somebody like that, you buy the property of them at a discount, you help them so they don't lose out completely by the bank repossessing them off. So you will have solved a problem in that situation, that you bought the property. Although you get you make it a win-win situation for them. Don't be a greedy person where you go and you just want to take everything out. It's not about being greedy, but it's about win-win situation. Go into the with a win-win mentality. Yeah. Let the person who is selling win as well as you also win. So both of you achieve a particular goal in that situation. Another reason somebody could be flexible is somebody has been posted abroad, or somebody needs to move from where they are now to they've got a new job and they need to move. And where they're moving, they're going to have to find alternative accommodation there. And if they have to find alternative accommodation, that means they will be paying for accommodation back where they have been originally, and then where the new place they are. So that situation creates a tension as well, because now the income is split. So such a person will become flexible to sell, to get rid of the house that he has here, so that he can get another alternative house where he's going to move to. And then you be in position to help in that situation as well. So that is the reason for somebody to be flexible. Somebody can, in such a thing, you definitely get a flexible deal, and you can get a discount, and you help the person move on. Situations like divorce, if somebody is facing a divorce, that is even another reason for people to be so flexible, because you might be tied up in a joint mortgage with your partner, But then there comes a situation where you've got to split up, and then the whole thing turns into a difficult situation. How do you split the house up? You can't split the house. So the best thing is to sell the house off, and then you split the cash if you can. And that's another motivation for somebody to be flexible to sell. So if you can find people like that, source for people like that, and you should be in a good footing to make decent profit, as well as help a lot of people out there as well, because it's about win-win and helping difficult situations and solving. As a property investor, you're always solving problems, because providing accommodation is solving people's problems. So you should be able to find that, and that's the great motivation as well as an investor, if you find helping people move on with their lives. So those are reasons why people can sell. Sometimes it's sickness. Somebody has fallen sick. They cannot keep up the repayments. They need to meet up their medical bills. They will be forced to sell. That would be great. So you both be in a win-win situation. You help the person move on, and you also get your discounted deal. So that's another reason why people can be flexible to sell. The time and the location, the property might be located in a place that the person doesn't, the person probably don't like it, and it might be to your liking, so you can negotiate it. Yeah. Yes. There's so many reasons why people become flexible. And if you go into my book on chapter 2, you really get into in-depth analysis. There are a lot of reasons that I put down on why people become flexible. There are personal reasons which can be on as the location. If the location is not very good, the times of the health of the person, as I said before, if somebody is not feeling very well, they'll be forced to sell. Retirement, if somebody is in retirement, most people who are retirement, they want to downgrade their properties out. So if you can source and find people who are in such a situation where they are retiring, they need to downgrade their houses, they'll be forced, flexible to sell the houses. And you as an investor, you always make your profit. You made your money when buying the property at the buying stage in any property deals. You get the discount. That's why you make profit when buying. So the discount gives you an instant equity. So that equity is you're already in profit by buying that property just straight. And then if you can hold on to the property for a long period of time, that equity even builds up more. And that's how most of these tycoons and property investors that build up huge sums of cash in the way that in their portfolios. So management issues, there could be management issues that is within the somebody not very good at management, they'll be forced to get rid of the property. So if you're good at property management, you can negotiate a good deal, and then you manage the property, and that can get you. That's another reason for flexibility. Emotions, and there's so many financial issues that, as I said before, it's a lot. I put down quite a lot on my book. So if you get the book, which is available on Amazon and lulu.com, and it's called the step-by-step guide into property investing, step-by-step guide into making extraordinary profit through real estate. If you get that book, and you get a lot to learn, and you get much content out of it. Yeah, which will be really valuable. So those are the reasons why people become flexible, and you as the investor, they're out there. Yeah. And then how do you actually go about finding these people? That's another question that normally will come up. How do you find these flexible sellers? Because you know that I've really outlined you that they're there. This type of people are always there. There's so many out there. So it's just a matter of you finding them. And how do you go about finding them? That should be the next critical step, which is also covered in the book in depth as well. How do you find flexible sellers? There are so many other ways you can do that. You can put up creative ads now. Mostly, a lot of things on internet. So you got on website. How you position yourself up. You put up adverts, and using Google AdWords, you advertise yourself. If you advertise, people will come up, look at your ads, and they'll respond. You see a lot of response. You can go on website. There's so many websites now where you can go and find people posting up properties flexible. So leaflets is very good as well. people, though it looks like it's an old-fashioned thing, but leaflets still works a lot. If you put out leaflets, especially in homes where you've seen properties which are for sale, you put out leaflets in there, you get a lot of response. You get phone calls, and then it's up to you to negotiate with them, with the homeowners. And when you get phone calls, there's so many leaflet distribution companies around the country, so you can source them and then source those leaflet distribution companies. They put out leaflets and via adverts, and that's how you get those flexible sellers. That's how they come to you. It's just a matter of being creative, and if you're creative enough, you get actually more sellers than you can even handle. You find so many people phoning you up with their deals that they've got and the situations that they have. So you sort it out. It's up to you to see how you can help out in things like that. Yeah. So if you not doing leaflets, you can put up on. Let's say after you've done all the leaflets, and then you wait for the phone calls. The phone calls will definitely ring. And then you have to Google AdWords as well. People will respond. If you've got a website, you get people log in, they'll put up their details on the website, then you get back to them, and then you respond to them. Those are the ways you can get flexible sellers. That's how you can get the deals done, how the deals will come to you. Yeah. Even in newspapers, you can put up newspaper AdWords, and classified ads is very good. Classified ads, if you put up adverts in your classified ads, people will respond to that. People read the newspaper, said, oh, this person buys properties. Let's say you put up that you buy properties. Yeah, people will respond to it. Well, if somebody is into quick cash, they will respond to your call, and then you take it from phone them up, and then if they phone you up, then you start negotiating with them, and then you find out the situation that is making them to sell. Identifying the reasons they're trying to sell is key as well, because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you find somebody who is flexible to sell, but the reason they're flexible to sell, you don't want the flexibility to transfer it to yourself, because there could be a problem with the property. That might be a problem for you as well. So then that will force you to sell as well. If you buy a property, buy a property, and then you find out that the property is actually not very good, and then there's the problem that you can't solve, and then you be forced to sell that property out as well. So you end up becoming a motivated seller yourself, and you don't want to be in situations like that. Don't transfer the problem to yourself, but you need to be able to identify the problem before you buy the property. Once you've identified the problem, the reasons the person is selling, then the reasons of flexibility, then you can go on the negotiation process and negotiate the property deals. And then once you negotiate, then you can close the sales, and that's how you do it. Those are the ways you can find flexible sellers. So there's so many other steps now these days that you can do, especially with online advertising. You got to position yourself online and advertise, and the sellers will come to you. So that's an in-depth analysis of what is in the contents of the book, which is on chapter 2, which is finding flexible sellers. I've just gone there. Well, it's still a lot more to go in. If you get the actual book, you really learn a lot of stuff, more stuff of how you can invest in property. Yeah, whether you're a beginner, as you can see, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned investor, there's still a lot of content that is really up to date and relevant. So you get the book and learn. Learning is key to achieving results. If you don't learn, you can't expect to achieve results that much. Yeah, you have to learn and then apply the knowledge. Application of knowledge is key. Whenever you get something, you learn it, and then you apply it, then that would add to your value. Then that's it. Because wealth, knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is not wealth at all unless you apply it. If you apply the knowledge, then you turn it to wealth. But if you don't apply it, you can learn, and if you don't apply that knowledge, you just keep it there. You achieve nothing. You can see there's so many learners out there, but they haven't got much results. The results are not there, so that is not because they are not applying whatever they've learned. So you need to, so application of knowledge is very important. So you keep yourself up to date, and that will get you on the right steps and the right formulas for success. So I hope you enjoyed this topic, which is good. So get on the Amazon if you can. Go to Amazon if you like the book. Get it. It's called Step by Step Guide to Making Extraordinary Profit Through Real Estate, which is this is actually the actual book. It's great content in there. There's a lot of content. Yeah, you can never get wrong with it. It's just so much. So if you get the book, you read it, and yeah. So next time I might I give you another topic on the book. So yeah, but there you go. It's a step-by-step guide. So the step-by-step guide is different from general books where you get you read just general topics. And this is it's pretty much systematic. So it's each step is what you need to do, to get the result. So it's a step closer to your result. As soon as you read the topic and apply it, as you've seen, I've been outlining the steps. First of all, what is a flexible seller? Somebody who needs to get rid of their properties very fast and sell it quickly. And then secondly, how do you find them? I've given you the means how you can actually find those sellers as well, how you can find the source to seller. So it's a step-by-step guide. And then once you found the seller, then you negotiate. You negotiate the deals, whatever percentage or discounts you get, and then you help them move on, and then you also move on. But you close the sales, and then you move on, and the seller will move on as they will move on happily as well, and you will have help a situation there. So that is how you solve problems in properties. Property is about solving people's problems. Actually, you solve a lot of problems, and in the process, you get what you want as well. You get the discounts, and then you end up making money. People make a lot of money through it, but a lot of it is by helping others move on. Because most of it, if you've seen the reasons why the people are flexible, most of it are genuine reasons and demanding reasons that put people under tense pressure, and that pressure, if you can relieve it off people, then you should be rewarded for it, and that's the reward that most properties investors get. So you get rewarded for it. So I hope you enjoyed the topic. I'll end it here now for now. So yeah, so that's it. So get on the Amazon and get yourself a copy, and you'll enjoy the book. A lot more topic there, about 9 units in the book, and that's on a unit 2, which is sourcing for flexible sellers and actually finding bargains on real estate. So yeah, so have a good time and good evening, everyone. So bye bye. Thank you.